Let's fix this. Hi, we're going on a little adventure. So the apartment complex I used to live at is right down the street, and I once in a while still get packages there. So I just got a notification for a package. So I'm gonna run down there, grab the package. I might get something from Starbucks. And then we'll be back and we're gonna chat and we're gonna update you. I'm gonna update you on life. Quick update. The box is like, let me just show you. Can you see that? It's like all wet. I'm gonna just try and open it and see what flavors. 3D Energy does send me drinks sometimes. It's always random. They, I guess, still just have my old address. So I am grateful. I love a good energy drink. I just wanna see the flavors. This box is literally like wet. Ooh, yellow. This is tough. So it's like a, so now I'm like, do I just go home and try that? Or do I still go to Starbucks? I'm gonna put this on ice and I'm just gonna go home. Hello my friends, welcome back. Happy New Year. This is my first time vlogging in 2022. I got my new camera, but since we just came from that last clip, I wanted to let you guys know that this energy drink is actually quite good. It's like a lemonade. I like it. I'm just basically gonna talk to you guys as if we're like on FaceTime and update you about what's been going on since the holidays and things like that. So my old camera, the quality was just getting so bad, and then it eventually just wasn't working right at all. So I did get this camera for Christmas. It's a Canon G7X Mark III. So I don't know shit about cameras, but I've heard good things about this one, and so far it's been really good. The picture quality is great, so I see myself vlogging a lot this year. I know I always say, oh my God, YouTube. I'm gonna get back on YouTube. I always say that, and it's just, there's been a mental block. Anyway, this is just me ranting, but I have been getting a lot of the same type of questions, so I just wanted to start off this year with a bang and kind of discuss all of those questions. And really the biggest question being like, what's the deal with competing? What's going on? And obviously, Hani and I have been in contact about competing, and it was basically like time just ran out this past year, and the holidays came up super quick. At the end of the year / beginning of the year, there's really not that many shows going on. So we did speak the other day, and it's kind of exciting because we have some shoots coming up first and foremost. So I'm gonna be going out for a couple of Evogen shoots within the next couple of weeks and months. One just me, and then one with Hani and myself, getting some much needed updated content and training stuff with me and him, which I know you guys really seem to enjoy. I enjoy it as much as I'm in pain for weeks afterwards. But that's something that has been a big priority for us, was like, we definitely just need to get together again. And obviously with the pandemic, that was impossible for us to do, especially with him being in California and me being here in New Jersey. So there's just been a lot of roadblocks with he and I getting together and kind of getting into a synergy that we feel works for both of us, and, you know, picking shows and things like that. But the goal right now is I'm basically getting like photo shoot ready. So I'm staying on my same sort of training split. So just making sure that I'm ready and looking good for upcoming Evogen photo shoots, and then choosing a show possibly in like April or May, which I know is gonna come up so fast. So I think we'll really have things solidified once we see each other. It's definitely easier to kind of know what somebody looks like when you see them, and you see them moving around and like with a pump. And I think it's most exciting because we don't really know what category I fit into anymore. The last time I competed obviously was in the figure division, and I was more muscular. I had more upper body mass than I do now, and obviously that's for a multitude of reasons, but mainly with the pandemic. I just didn't have access to a gym for, what was it, like 8 months, 9 months. So transitioning to those home workouts obviously affected, you know, my size and fullness, and I still feel like I have some pretty good size and some pretty good muscle mass, and I have actually really taken the opportunity to improve the lower half of my body. So I feel like I'm more proportionate than I even was when I competed. My lower body was always kind of a weak point for me, just versus my upper body, because I'm definitely upper body dominant. I've had some lower body injuries in the past from running track, so tearing quads and hamstrings and hematomas, things like that, that have definitely impacted like the ability to grow my legs at the speed that I would like to. What's good now is I feel like I've gotten myself into a groove with knowing what exercises really seem to benefit me in my leg training and my growth in general. So like I said, we don't really know where I fit in anymore. I don't know if I'm like still gonna be in the figure division or if I'm gonna maybe transition to something else. I don't know, you know, where I really fit in. I don't want to necessarily change my physique too much to fit into a specific category. I love the way I look right now. I know that I used to be bigger, and I know that people like that. And I liked that too. I loved the way I looked back then, and I love the way I look now. There's no like, oh, I wish I was bigger, or I wish I looked like that. I can appreciate and respect where I was at that time, and I can appreciate and respect where I am now. And I know that there's just differences in my physique. I feel that my physique now is a little more athletic looking versus bodybuilding style, and that's okay with me. I am an athlete at heart, so being able to stay mobile and agile and functional is really important to me as well. So I really don't want to change too much of my training to fit into a category. Like if I had to completely stop training upper body to fit into the XYZ category. I love training hard. I love lifting weights, so those aren't things that I'm really willing to give up to fit into a category where maybe I'll compete one or two more times before I'm like, I've done it and that's it. Like, I love competing, but I just don't see myself wanting to go to the Mr. Olympia and like trying to win Olympia and things like that. And a lot of people assume that because I work with Hani, that that's my goal and that's our goal, and that's never been the goal for either of us, for Hani or myself. But my goal is to just stay in shape for now. Just like stay where I'm at, keep training hard, keep doing cardio, make sure I'm in good shape. I would like to get into a little bit of better shape, but that's just me being. It is a goal of mine to compete this year and to document the whole thing and really just like give you guys an inside look on how the process goes down for me personally. I know that prep is a very personal thing for everyone who does it. It's no two preps are gonna look the same for two people, and I just really want to do it again because it's been so long, or it feels like it's been so long. And honestly, I feel like I'm ready for a challenge. I feel like I've kind of just been coasting, training and being consistent. I do want to compete again, and it is something that we are talking about like getting into fairly soon. So when that happens, as soon as I know like, okay, this is the date that we're shooting for and all of those things, then I will be able to relay that to you guys, because I do want to make it a process where you guys feel involved and invested and like, I don't know, just you're along for the ride basically. So that was another reason that I wanted to get this new camera, was to make sure that I was documenting all of the things that I'm doing this year. The idea of prepping again does scare the absolute shit out of me, because I haven't like hardcore dieted in a long time, and I haven't really had a reason to like get super shredded, you know? And I'm totally fine with like the way my physique looks at my sort of like maintenance type of spot. So I feel like I'm just ready to kind of like put my foot on the gas, kind of push myself a little bit, you know? I have that athlete mentality, and I always have, and it's less so about being competitive in the actual show, and it's more about me just committing to it and almost competing with myself and putting that pressure on myself, I guess. A little bit of healthy pressure is always good, and just showing up for myself in that way again. And I know that like prep isn't the healthiest thing, and my health is my #1 priority as well. but there is a way you can do it in the most healthy way possible, and that's exactly what I plan to do. And so that's really the place that we're at right now. So at this point, I'm just like trying to get photo shoot ready, and then Hani will kind of decide where we're gonna go from there. But he was like, we gotta get some shoots on the books, and so I'm trying to get all of that figured out now as well. And then hopefully I will be on his podcast as well. That was another thing. We wanted to kind of go into detail about mental health and mental health within the fitness industry and things like that, which I think are really important things that need to be talked about. And he has a great platform for us to discuss those things. So all good stuff. I am still in therapy, and I was doing the yoga therapy workshop as well. And we just had to cancel it because it's like in an intimate space and it's very small group. So with the freaking variant, we had to cancel that. And I actually do yoga therapy with my therapist. She is a yoga therapist, and I was loving that. So, but anyway, also I was kind of thinking like, who would you guys want to see me collab with this year, as long as like we're still able to travel and everything? It's so crazy because whenever I put a question box on Instagram, one of the most frequently asked questions I get is, are you gonna collab with C-Bum again? If that's something that you guys would definitely like to see again, I could reach out and see if he and Courtney would be willing to kind of do something. I could just shoot down to Florida. I think that's where they still are. But if there's anybody else that you would want to see me collab with that I could maybe, you know, arrange, that would be really cool. But that's where we're at right now. I told you guys also on Instagram that I had like this insane tooth pain right around Christmas time, of course. So that's all taken care of. I had to get my tooth pulled. I'm not gonna show you, it's like all the way back here. So I have to get an implant. It was like this tooth from childhood, and here's the tea. It was this tooth from childhood, and it was a baby tooth, and there was like no adult tooth underneath it. And my dentist, apparently, my mom was telling me all this because I don't remember this. My mom was saying that the dentist said you're just always gonna have this baby tooth, whatever. And there was a hole in the tooth, so they filled it, but it wasn't like a cavity, it was just like a hole. I don't know like how it happened. So my dentist filled it, and that was probably in like 3rd or 4th grade. And then not that long ago, I was flossing, and the cavity, like the filling popped out. Ouch. Oh. So I had just this hole in my tooth. And of course I let too much time go by without like getting it fixed, because that's something that I love doing to myself. I wait until the very last second, and then I am in excruciating pain, because that's exactly what happened. So it was starting to feel, and it was so weird. I was eating the Boom Chicka Pop. I think that's what it's called, the popcorn, the kettle corn, so good. But I'm like, I don't know if I can ever eat it again, because I was eating it and I just like bit down, and then all of a sudden there was pain. And if you've never had toothache pain, I can imagine it being like up there with childbirth, and I don't know yet, but I was literally sobbing by not Christmas Eve, the day after Christmas, sobbing from the pain. Like, I did not know what to do. So apparently I had just gone too long without getting it figured out, and the tooth was just like kind of eroding. This is so gross, I'm so sorry. I do take great care of my teeth, I really do. I like never had cavities growing up. I floss, I brush, I do all the things, but it was just one of those things where I let too much time pass, and it was getting closer and closer to the nerve. So that's why I was feeling this excruciating pain out of nowhere, because it was just getting super close to the nerve. So I went to an emergency dentist on Monday the 27th, right after Christmas, and they just yanked the tooth because it was a baby tooth. He said it just wouldn't make sense to like leave it. So I just have like a missing tooth back here, which is fine. It did still hurt for like 4 days afterwards. Like, I thought, yank it out, I don't care. I told them to tie it to a string and a doorknob and slam the door. I was ready to just rip it out, but it still hurt like 4 days after, and I was hoping like once it was pulled, like the pain would go away. Not the case. Oh my gosh. I swear, top 5 worst experiences of my life, because it's just always there. You can't stop thinking about it. So I'm just at the point now within the last couple of days, and today is January 6th that I don't feel pain. And it's still weird because there's just like a hole there. Like there's just like a missing tooth, obviously, but the pain is gone. I wasn't able to eat much hard foods, solid foods. I was eating mashed potatoes, applesauce, soup, a lot of soup. So I definitely lost a little weight from that happening, but I'm good now. I'm good now. But that was so horrible. I cannot say it enough. I was in so much pain, and I never knew that this type of pain was a thing. I probably sound so dramatic, but if you've ever had like gnarly tooth pain, you know. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Hopefully this gives you guys some insight on where I'm at with everything. I am still doing live workout classes, so if your gym has started requiring masks, or if it's closed, or hopefully not. I really hope that none of you guys are dealing with all of this in like an extreme way again, but if so, check out my website. My January live class schedule is up. All of the workouts are dumbbell only. And then on Saturdays we do HIIT and core with no equipment at all. So if you want to get in a couple good workouts a week at home, if you're not super comfortable being at the gym or wearing a mask, then you're always welcome with LF Training, and the classes are super freaking tough. They're challenging, they'll make you sweat, they'll make you feel accomplished. So if you're dealing with any of that stuff, go ahead and check out my website. I'll put it in the description box, and you are always welcome. You basically just log in or sign up, you book a class, and then you will get a Zoom link emailed to you, and then you just click on the Zoom. I will start the class, so it can't start without me, so you can get on there ahead of time if you want to be ready. And it's like this super easy, seamless experience, and you can always leave your cameras on or off. It's just like totally up to you and what you feel comfortable with, but I'm here for you. So if your gym is going through it right now, all you need is a couple pairs of dumbbells, and I got your back. I do have a live class tonight, legs. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next clip. Ooh, I'm like, the workout's finished. It was so good. It was our live leg day, and we crushed it. I was dripping in sweat. One of the hardest workouts I've done in a long time, for sure. So I am dead. I'm gonna take a shower, and I might take a bath. I might soak in the tub because I know I'm gonna be sore. I'm gonna do like some like recovery stuff later, and then I'll show you guys what I do for that. Just like stuff that makes me feel good at night, like body recovery stuff, and then I'm gonna eat something. Okay, so it's the next day and I'm getting ready to train in like, oh my god, the next hour or so. And I just posted a poll on Instagram asking if I should wear, they're still on the floor, the Tempo Glow in Lime or Tempo Ribbed in Marlin Blue. So I'm hoping for blue. It's a close one right now. They're like kind of going back and forth, but we're gonna decide which TLF fit we're gonna wear, or Instagram's deciding right now, and then I'm gonna train some back. I'm gonna post the whole thing on Instagram, so make sure you're following me there. I'm really sore from yesterday's workout, so I'm gonna do, I have this thing that I got from Amazon for Christmas, and it's like a cryo, it's like a metal ball that you put in the freezer, and then you like attach it to a handle and you like rub it on your sore muscles. So I'm gonna do that after my workout on my legs because I'm so freaking sore. Oh my gosh, I forgot Taylor Swift was playing. Now I'm gonna get demonetized. Let me just start over. So I'm eating a piece of toast with banana and peanut butter as my little pre-workout snack. I don't love a heavy meal before I work out. Just a little something that's gonna give me some energy, some quick carbs. So, I was saying, before I realized that I was playing Taylor Swift, it's still hard for me to bite. It's like hard for me to get used to biting down because one of my freaking molars is missing. Oh, I didn't add honey. I usually add honey. I'm gonna get some. This stuff, Mike's Hot Honey. So good. It's like a spicy honey. It's infused with chilies. I get it at Whole Foods, but I always put it on like sweet snacks. It's so good. It literally still tastes like honey, but there's just like a tiny kick to it. I love it. So I just added some of that. So I'm gonna eat this. Hopefully put on the blue outfit, because I love both, but I'm just like feeling the blue today. I don't know why. I probably have crumbs all over my mouth, but I'm going to eat this, get ready, work out, and then we'll go from there. We're just gonna play it hour by hour today. Okay, my friends, I am going to end the vlog here. It is a rainy Sunday. I'm chilling for the day. I took the day off of training yesterday, so I'm gonna hit some shoulders today and probably some cardio after. But I wanted to show you guys because I was talking about that cryo ball. So I wanna show you guys because I was using it on my foot today. And this thing goes in the freezer. You just attach it onto here, and then you rub it on your sore muscles. So I was using it on my foot this morning and it was so cold. It feels so good. You know where it really you really feel it is on your lower back. It's like shockingly cold. If you guys feel like you could use something like this, I believe it was on Amazon. I'm gonna finish the video here. I might do a dedicated workout next, but let me know like what kind of workouts you guys wanna see or anything like that, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.